Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Chrissy and welcome to Trini Girl Loves Brazil. Where on this channel, I talk about all things Brazil. Why? Because I love Brazil. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about Samba. I'm going to be discussing my experience with Samba so far and what I'm doing to improve my Samba as a beginner. Yes, I am a beginner. Honestly and truly, I didn't know anything about samba until 2 years ago. That's crazy because I've been studying Brazilian Portuguese and the Brazilian culture since 2017, and you would think I would have stumbled across samba at some point, but unfortunately I didn't. Um, I was studying something else in the Brazilian culture. I was studying something else, and I will be making a separate video on that because it does kind of lead into my obsession with the language. So stay tuned for that video. But yeah, I discovered Samba about 2 years ago, and I have various YouTubers that I watched that not only made me fall in love with Samba, but inspired me to want to do it myself. The YouTube channel that I first stumbled across that really caught my attention was the YouTube channel called The Brazil Show. So Bruce, if you're watching this one's for you. The way the team on The Brazil Show shoot their videos and document not just samba but Rio Carnival, it's absolutely beautiful, absolutely breathtaking. I'm gonna be honest with you. The reason why I never really dug into Rio Carnival like that is because I had my heart set where it was when it came to Carnival in general. I'm a Trini, so we have our version of Carnival back in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm not saying I wasn't a fan of Carnival in general. I'm a pretty quiet person. I keep to myself. I don't like being in crowded places. So whenever I hear the word Carnival, I just remember those times where I was put in some really uncomfortable situations and I just did not feel, I guess, safe or I didn't feel at home. One moment, excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm back. So when I hear the word carnival, I don't know, I cringe. So I avoided looking up anything to do with Rio Carnival. I know, like, how could I, a Trini, not enjoy Carnival? And it's not that I don't enjoy it. I have to really put myself in the mood because it's not something that I grew up with. I grew up in the States. I grew up on the East Coast of the United States. And my dad, I guess he did his very best to keep me away from that. So when I was thrown into it years ago, I didn't know what to expect. Um, so yeah, so now fast forwarding to now, when I saw the Brazil show's video on the highlights of that particular year's carnival, I was blown away. I've never seen anything like it. Not just the samba dancers, but the floats, the decorations, the costumes, the live faces I would see when people are singing the traditional songs. I just was like, I want to be a part of that. And I never felt that with Trinidad and Tobago's carnival. And it's really messed up to say, but it's the truth. Um, and the one thing I thought I can do, which I am trying to do, is learn samba. So I started to do my research to see how can I learn samba. And I was trying to find a teacher online that not only offered um, support, but also training and programs and classes, private classes. And I stumbled across my teacher. Her name is Ana Aruda, and I've been working with her off and on for maybe 2 years. I would say 2 years. I think this is the most consistent I've been with her because I moved out and now I'm in my own place. So now I have the space to actually do the dances and stuff, and I'm in a better headspace versus where I was when I first started connecting with her. So the experience has been amazing so far. But let me tell you, my teacher, Ana Aruda, she puts you to work. It is not just about having fun. She wants me to learn the ways of Samba, and that's what understanding the basic steps. If you don't understand the basic steps, everything else is not going to make sense. But I'm not just only learning about Samba, I'm learning about the ways of Brazilians and how they think and how they move. And Ana Ruda being a Brazilian, I see when she dances, she has attitude, she has confidence, she has beauty, she has a golden aura around her that shows me that it's not just about the dance, it's a lifestyle. And you could see it in her body, you could see it in her the way she speaks, and you could see it in the way she carries herself, because not only is she a teacher, but she's also someone who is very much well seasoned in this culture. She's been doing it all her life. Like, this is her life. And I'm so grateful that I was able to stumble across her YouTube channel when I did. It started out with me purchasing her master class where she has all the videos online. So it started off there, but I really wanted to actually connect with her, like actually see her, face to face video chat so that I could talk to her about what I want from this experience. And not only that, but she offers a tour package for people that are coming to Brazil for the first time, like an immersion package. And I was supposed to go next year, but unfortunately, with the situation going on in the US, I just don't feel comfortable leaving right now. And we talked about this. So, in the meantime, I'm going to focus on getting better in Samba. My goal one day is to, not just one day, but in 2028 is to go be a part of her immersion class, her immersion package, and experience Brazil Samba through her. And again, I will be leaving her description, not her description, I'll be leaving her YouTube channel, her Facebook link, and all that stuff at the bottom. Also, I'll be leaving a link to the Brazil show. Listen, you got to check that channel out. You got to check it out. The way Bruce and his team goes above and beyond to get the best footage for Rio Carnival, top tier. Top freaking tier. But yeah, um, so far my Samba journey, it's going. It's going. I'm not saying I'm like the best, but I'm not saying I'm the worst. I definitely notice myself getting more loose and more free when I do the dance. But at the same time, I was not taught by my culture, unfortunately, to be carefree. In Trinidad and Tobago, we're those type of people where we love to party, we love to have fun, we love to have a good time. But because I wasn't raised in Trinidad and Tobago, I kind of felt as though I was robbed of that because my father, he never really had me tap into that. I mean, we would go to parties by my grandfather when he lived in the States, but I never felt comfortable or safe to dance and be free. So when I discovered Samba, I felt like I'm slowly finding the side of myself that my Trinidadian roots should have taught me from birth. So it's a bittersweet thing that I have the feelings I have for my Trinidadian roots, but it's also helping me reconnect with them. It's crazy how that works because you would think, as someone who's a Trini to the bone, I come from two Caribbean parents, a Trinidadian mom and a Trinidadian dad. The only difference is I wasn't born there. I was just raised in the United States. I was born in the US, but I was born in the US, but I was raised in the US. So even when I went to go visit, I just still felt like an outsider. I felt like my culture was robbed from me. And unfortunately, my father did play a big role in that. And of course, he had his reasons. He wanted us to have the best life as much as possible. So I don't necessarily hate him for it. But at the same time, I think if I was in touch with my Trinidadian roots, Samba would have come a lot easier for me because in Trinidad, when we have our carnival, we have a thing that we do called whining, and it's whining. You move the hips. Anyone who's familiar with Trinidad Carnival, who's been to Trinidad Carnival, that's what we do. If you're a Trinidadian and you're watching this video, please vouch for me because, again, I'm still learning my own culture. But when I first went to Trinidad Carnival, I went maybe twice, and that is what I see the girls doing. They're not doing samba, they're whining, you know? I went to Trinidad Carnival, I went to Caravana in Canada, and I remember going to a carnival in DC when I lived with my dad, but very, very, very little memory of that. But yeah, I'm learning a lot about myself with samba. I'm not just learning how to dance. I'm learning about my feminine side, my sexy side, the side that I should have grown up with because of my Trinidadian roots. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a bittersweet thing, but it's also beautiful because I didn't realize that I it was inside of me. And that is what Samba is doing for me. And my teacher, Anna Aruda, is truly one of the best of the best. And my ultimate goal is to go and to be a part of her immersion program um, in 2028 and be a part of her school and visit Brazil and see Rio Carnival. Unfortunately, I can't tell you which is better because I all I know is Trinidad Carnival. So in order for me to do a video on saying which one is the best, I have to go to Rio. I have to go to Brazil. I have to go to Rio Carnival because it only makes sense. Um, but yeah, so with my plans for my samba, I'm just going to keep doing it as much as I can until 2028. I'm going to save up my coins. I'm going to train really hard. I'm going to exercise. And one thing about Brazilians in general, they love fitness. And that is one thing I have learned to love through Brazil. And not just through Brazil, but through Samba. This is a very high cardio workout. And when I started doing the dance, you got to be really fast. I could hear Anna telling me, you gotta be fast, 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 fast. Da, 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 da. Like, you have to be fast. And I just couldn't keep up. And I didn't realize how weak my calves were. I didn't realize I had weak calves. You have to have a really strong body to be able to move those hips the way they move it. Now, I'm not saying you have to be in perfect shape because I've seen, people who are not in shape, but they're able to do the dance. And that's because they grew up doing it. So it's not just about, being fit and everything, but it does go a long way if you are a professional. And I'm not saying I'm trying to inch to be a professional, but I want to be able to do it when I'm at the parties and when you know, when I go to Rio and I want to just break out in a samba no pé. I just want to do that. So, yeah, so I am training my body. I try my best to get about 10K steps a day. I try my best to do a lot of strength training so that I could strengthen my calves and my thighs. And I try my best to do about 5 minutes of Samba no pé. I'm saying that right? Samba no pé. Samba no pé. I think I'm saying that right. If I'm not, please correct me in the comment section. But I try my best to do about 5 to 10 minutes of that a day. Today I'm taking a break because today was a lot for me at work. I'm a housekeeper at a hospital and I do a lot of walking around. And today was just a lot. So I'm just relaxing, recording this video and just taking a breather. But usually I really am on it when it comes to my training. And I've noticed when I started to keep my body, in check when it comes to fitness, I feel myself getting better. And I think that's because of the training I do offline when it comes to my training with Anna. I try my best to do it outside of the classes so that she knows that I'm committed to this. Unfortunately, I'm not able to come next year, but 2028, you will be seeing me. And Bruce, if you're listening to this video and you've gotten this far, my goal is to be interviewed by you. I want you to interview me. I don't know how we're going to connect. I don't know if we're even going to be there on the same day when it's happening, but because I see how you know, how you interact with the people, I don't know. I want to be on that. Oh God, I'm just running my mouth at this point. I wasn't expecting this video to go on as long as it did. But yeah, that's my experience with Samba, and that's what I'm doing so far. And if this video is all over the place, with this channel, I really just talk. I don't have like a set thing that I do. Um, as long as it stays on the topic of Samba or whatever I'm talking about, I can go on and on about it. But yeah, I just wanted to share my experience so far, where I discovered Samba, how I discovered it, and of course, shout out the people that truly did put this dance in my life. So, yeah, next video, I'm definitely going to be touching more on some personal things that involve me getting deeper into the studies of Brazilian culture, and it does involve the language. So definitely stay tuned for that. All right, this is Chrissy from Trini Girl Loves Brazil, signing out. Guys, have a wonderful day, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Ciao!